Oh, I struggle so much with pricing. Oh, I don't know how to do it.
Well, let me help you out. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. This week we are going to be talking about service pricing. This could be seen as a very taboo subject. People don't like to talk about money and pricing and all that stuff. But I made mistakes as a car detailer, especially at the start. And this is how I'm going to help you not make that mistake. So first of all, as a service-based business, you actually need to work out what your services are. Now, car detailing, what I used to do, a lot of my videos are going to be related back to car detailing because I know it inside out and that's what I used to be. My car detailing packages were pretty much standard valet, full valet and a paint correction eventually with ceramic coatings. Now, the amount of times I chop and change my packages and add in this and take away that and do this and do that and rename them and all that, like, try not to do that. I know it's at the start and you're starting up a new business and things will be good and things will be wrong and bad and stuff like that, but try not mix them up too much because then your customers just get confused and don't know what they're getting and stuff like that. So eventually you will figure it out, but to start with you just need to know, take the time to brainstorm and just know what your services are to start off with, and then you can take it from there. So once you've actually figured out what your services are, you need to figure out what price. Now, I genuinely didn't know what price at all to put my services at for the social media management. I had to look about, and that's what I actually did for the car detailing as well. So market research is what you want to be doing. With the car detailing, I went on the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the TikToks, the websites to see what people in my area were charging and people in a larger area were charging as well. So give or take, for a standard valet it was about £50. Now this is where I made the mistake. So this is the mistake you're going to avoid. £50 for a standard valet, which, fine. Recording this video, I'm actually getting a standard valet tomorrow. One of the guys that I know is actually coming down to do mine and my missus' car just before New Year. So £50, more than happy to pay it. I charge £30 for a standard valet, £20 lower than people in my area. Now, this wasn't to undercut them, this was because I was a silly bastard. Genuinely, like, stupid, but I was at the beginning. I'm not really using that as an excuse, but you are going to make mistakes at the beginning of your business ventures. You just are, like, nothing's going to go smoothly. You're just going to make mistakes. Now, I said it wasn't to undercut or anything, it's just I needed customers in. Don't get me wrong, I had the friends and family in it first, and that's where you build up your portfolio for car detailing, for example. That's where everyone basically starts. But £30, £20 cheaper than the next person. Now, for the customer, happy days. Brilliant. For me, as a self-employed car detailer, horrid. Absolutely horrid. This is where the sort of lack of knowledge comes in for people that aren't self-employed. People think self-employed is brilliant. They think you go collect the money at the end of the day, you avoid your tax man, you've got thousands of pounds in cash sitting under the bed, but it's generally like, see if you're running your business actually properly, it's not like that. There's so much underlying costs that people don't realise. You know, they do, for example, car detailing, van itself, van insurance, business insurance, fuel, servicing the van, MOT in the van, that's just the van basically. Then all your tools, your kit, your servicing for that, all the products, like everything. I was charging £30 a valet. £30, 30 Great British pounds I was charging. That's, looking back at it, is frightening. I don't know how I survived the early days. I genuinely don't know how I survived. It's frightening. I feel sick thinking about it. So I was either, for £30, I was either having to do about 45,000 valets a day or do 2 or 3 and just not make anything. Now, if I'd done 45,000 a day, I'd be dead probably, let's be honest, because car valeting and detailing is a tough job. People think, oh, it's just a bit of hoovering and stuff. It's no. Any car detailers out there, if you're watching this, in the comments, let people know how hard it is, because it's solid. But then if I'm doing 2 or 3, say I'm doing 3 even, that's 90 quid. I've not even hit £100 a day. That's before I even take the tax off it. Now, it wasn't sustainable, and this is the mistake I made, and this is the mistake I want you to avoid making. Price properly, and I'm going to show you, I'll tell you how to do it. Now, realistically, you will try and price yourself cheaper than the established businesses in your area for whatever niche of business you're in. I understand that, but £20 cheaper was mental. I should have probably been about 40, even £45 at the start, because you then become known as the cheap guy. He's a guy that'll do it for 30 quid. Customer, fucking loving it. Bank account, hating it. Don't be too cheap that the customer thinks that you will become the cheap guy, but don't be too expensive as well that it's just going to turn people away at the start of your business venture. Now the tricky bit. Price increases now. Jesus. I can feel the air getting sucked out of the room. Everyone's gasping How dare you increase your prices? But everyone increases their prices, let's be honest. So you're sitting there, you've had a good 6 months to a year run, everything's going well, you built out your clientele, you're feeling smashing about the business, but you look at the finances and it is time to increase the prices. Finances actually may not need increase, but you don't want to be doing yourself that money. You don't want to be sitting doing five £30 valets a day, and this is where the price increase comes in. I'm going to give you a bit of advice. Do not be scared of price increases, and the reason why is, say for example me right now, say for example I've got 20 clients at £300 a month, right? I'd double that to £600 a month and 10 of them leave. I'm still making the same money, but get more time for myself, my own business, free time, or to bring other clients on at £600. Do you understand what I mean? Don't be scared of price increases. Now, as a car detailer, what I done is £30. I quickly did shut that down. Like, in the first couple of months, I did increase it to £40. Some people weren't happy, but like, I couldn't continue at £30. After 6 months to a year, that's when you can increase it to £50 or even £55, because you've market researched at the start of your business a year ago and people were £50. They've probably went up. It doesn't matter how much you put it up. Don't obviously go crazy, but as I said, as an example, see if you double your price and half of your clientele leave, don't be worried about it, because at the end of the day, you're still making the same money. So yeah, you've just got all this free time or these opportunities. Like, you could have a waiting list for people. Say you only take on 20 clients as a social media manager, you could have a waiting list of another 20. Say to them, look, £600, happy days, you've got an extra, say even 10 of them, say aye. So you've got then 20 people at £600. Now, obviously, they're just exaggerated figures, what I'm talking about, but don't be scared. Don't be scared of price increases. See if somebody wants your service or wants you to do a service for them, they will pay it. See if someone isn't really that bothered about your service or you doing it, they'll go elsewhere, let them. And I know that can be tough at the start of a business. You want everything in, you want everything to go well, you want as many people paying you. You don't want to be seen as desperate or the cheap guy, for example. See if somebody wants to go elsewhere, just let them. Let them. I remember when I was a car detailer, somebody messaged me, I'd give them a price, they'd ignore you. You basically knew they'd went elsewhere or whatever, which was cool. I'd give it another day or two, I'd chase it up. Some people actually just totally forgot to answer, which is fine. Some people either said, nah, it's fine, or they wouldn't answer again. See if that's the case, that's it, done. See if someone doesn't answer, I would actually, if they ever come back to me, I'd add a wee bit more on it, just for messing me about. But a lot of people do that, to be fair. So there's a wee tip for you: if somebody messes you about, bump the price up even more. Those who are willing to pay, will pay it. So make your services clear, do your market research, subscribe to the channel, don't be afraid of price increases, and just enjoy your business venture. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to drop a like, let me know what your business venture is in the comments. My socials are down below if you want to check them out too. Any help needed, as always, just get in touch with me, and see you next week.